Okay, it should be putting us back up
Okay.
now.
All right. Yeah, the
It
clock was running.
still says unsupported resolution. But I'm going to refresh that over there.
I'm back.
Welcome
I'm just
back.
trying to
You're back? All right.
back. Trying to get the
Okay, I'm going to mute that mic, and it looks like we're live again, and it's still saying unsupported resolution. You'll need to change your video resolution. Current resolution is, that's not right. It's set to 1280 by 720 now. Let me refresh that again, see if it picks it up.
Let me see what's broadcasting at.
I'm showing it just as at 480.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's all it's showing. It's putting that. That's the highest setting it's got. So.
Right.
So. You know something? Why is it not? The stream is dead again. Or, hang on a second. Let me go here.
No, it's not dead, but it's not doing well. I shouldn't have messed with the settings. I should have left it alone.
Yeah, because I could have left.
Well, wait a minute. Let me see what it's doing here. I think YouTube's finally picking up that I changed the settings back. I got a green light over there. You guys hearing us okay? Is everything working all right? Hello out there in YouTube
now
land.
It's back. Okay, all right. It looks like it's back live. Okay, everybody's hearing us, I think. Let's see. What's it showing here? See what it's got on settings.
What are you seeing, Lloyd?
Yeah.
Chris Hope says
it's
it's working
broadcasting
well.
at 480, but it's good.
Well, I'm sending it 720.
All right.
Hello, Phantom. Thanks for coming in, buddy. Okay. So, yeah, I know, Steve. I'm sending it 720. Maybe it'll catch up. Hopefully it'll catch up. I don't know what to do about it. I'm not going to restart it again. I'm not going to, because I'm sending it 720 now. It ought to be fine. Ought to be. Doesn't necessarily mean it will be.
Go.
But,
all right. All right.
I got another story that I want to share. This one is it's showing the stream health is good and everything's looking good, Lloyd. So I'm going to leave it as it is
everything's
for right
looking
now.
good now. It just took a while for it to all.
Yep.
For it to clear out the other one and bring the new one back in.
And maybe it still will update some more. I don't know as we go here, but I'm going to leave it be.
Well, it's updated just in the last few, so.
Okay, so I'm going to go like this, and I'm going to go like this, and we're going to talk about the next story in the news that I found. UPS forms a drone delivery subsidiary. UPS Flight Forward. How scary is that? UPS has decided to start its own drone flying company. They're going to continue flight operations for medical supplies and stuff on hospital campuses.
Oh, well, okay. I was wondering, are they going to deliver our DJI drones? Are they going to fly them in with DJI drones?
Well, they've applied for it. Dubbed, the name of the new company is dubbed to be UPS Flight Forward Incorporated. New subsidiary is a recently incorporated business that could receive Part 130 5 certification as early as this year sometime, putting UPS on track to have fully certified revenue-generating drone operations in the U.S., the company claims. So, all we can do is see what that's going to turn into.
Okay. Oh, one quick thing. Things kind of got chaotic for a second, but on that last story about the guy that drops the dope into the,
No,
did you see what he was actually
he didn't
he
actually
was
do
charged
it.
with and what he pled?
Yeah, no, he didn't
Yeah,
actually
but he
do
pled
it.
guilty.
He admitted that he intended to use a drone to do so.
So
He wasn't actually charged with dropping drugs in the prison.
they charged him with unlicensed use of a drone in delivery of pharmaceuticals. So I
Well,
guess if he'd had a license, he could have delivered them properly. That was the question I asked the other night on Greg's show. Like, well, if he has a license, could he deliver drugs to the prison then? Because that's what they actually find him with. I'm going,
that's,
oh, so you got to be a licensed drug dealer in order to do it. I
yeah.
didn't know they were. Well, in Colorado, I think they are issuing drug licenses there, but that's
Well,
Colorado.
Colorado's just on drugs anyway. We all know that
In
already, right?
California, California, yeah.
So anyway, I'm just gonna leave that
Okay.
as it is with the news. I'm not gonna mess with it anymore. I'm going to just close all those windows because I'm done with all that. And then you know what I'm gonna do, Lloyd? I'm gonna go over here
What's
and I'm gonna
that?
click this button, and I'm going to introduce our guest. She's the host of a YouTube channel called Fishing Stripes, and she's a chick that fishes, man. And you've got dogs barking.
Yeah, I muted my mic.
Okay, and because I changed everything, I didn't prep her camera. So now let me go do that because
That's okay.
I
They'd
wasn't
rather
paying
see more of her
attention.
than me, anyways.
Well, yeah, but we'll get it all fixed up here. I just want it to be in frame, that's all. You know how that can be.
Stretch the frame.
There we go.
There you go.
Okay.
Oh, there you go.
Now it's all framed. And her mic is hot. Hello, Brandi. Welcome to the show.
Hi, how are y'all?
Well, better than I deserve. Hello, Jim. Back from the sky. Welcome. Lloyd had a license too. Cue the sound effect.
No, back
License to
from the
fart.
sky.
Yeah, right. So,
Back from the sky.
I like that
Yeah.
one.
Jesus. That's Carlos.
Oh my gosh, that was a good
back
one.
from the sky is
Jim is
Carlos. Well, who's Jim? Jim is what?
Yeah, I'm going to have to write you a damn
Jim,
list.
you are, aren't you? Well, anyway, let's do
Jim is
this.
above and beyond drones.
Oh, that's right.
Jesus, you old fart.
Let's welcome our guest appropriately. Bravo. Welcome to the show, Brandi.
Well, thanks for having me.
How are you doing today? You worked today, right? And you just got off a little while ago and you had to rush home in time to play on the internet.
Yeah, it was a very long day today. My job is I work with dogs with my aunt at her kennel, and I have to tell you, it's got to be the best job in the world. Like I get to play with all sorts of dogs. There's puppies. You can't go wrong with puppies. Just makes
Puppies
the whole
are,
day better.
yeah,
But yeah,
puppies are
I
cool.
just got home.
Hey, Claude.
Yeah, they are.
Drone
They're cute.
Kings, welcome. Angela, welcome. Lost Girl Hikes, Angela. So, I know you've only been fishing a short time, right? Less than a year, basically?
Yeah, I started my YouTube channel in December
Uh-huh,
last year,
right?
and before that, I just started hardcore fishing about a month before that. And my husband's like, well, maybe you should start a YouTube channel, as a hobby, just to see where it goes. And I'm like, okay, why not? And I did,
Right.
and it just kind of took off from there. And I'm like, all right, I actually kind of like this.
And
It's
the rest
been
is
one
history.
heck of a ride.
Yeah,
Pretty much.
yeah. How many
It's
subscribers do
grown.
you have now?
The last time I checked, I had 448, I believe.
Nice, nice. Very
That's
cool.
not a
But
bad start.
it's grown a
That
lot.
for the short time that you've been running the channel, that's actually pretty good.
hmm
Yeah,
And I think one thing is, when people just look at it, they mistake me for a guy a majority of the time. They don't actually think I'm a girl.
without
So
looking at
it's
the
like,
channel, yeah.
yeah, I get mistaken for a guy 99% of the time. I guess it's just so rare that a girl
Maybe in
actually fishes.
California.
What,
Maybe.
Lloyd?
California, they get confused about stuff like that, but I can't imagine them getting confused
Yeah,
in Texas.
I actually stopped at this rather large lodge type gas station out there to put some diesel fuel in my pickup. And after I paid for my fuel, I went to use the facility, and the restrooms were labeled ladies and everyone else. Instead of ladies
Wow.
and men or gentlemen, it was everyone else. I thought, really? Are you serious? So yeah,
Oh my,
California has
that's
their own.
crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. Um,
That is crazy.
well, on this show here, there's no mistaking that you are female.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Last time I checked, yeah, I'm a girl.
Okay. Well, we don't need you
It
to
is,
prove it. We're going to take your word for it.
but yeah, I guess it's just so rare that a girl actually fishes and gets her hands dirty and really enjoys it and actually catches the fish herself. The
Right?
majority of the time, someone's catching it or hooks it and hands it off, or catches it and hands the fish off. And I'm like, no, that's not how you fish.
Right. 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 No, you need to do your own thing, right? And
That's what I think.
in fact, I just happened to have a little elf sent me some pictures of you doing your own thing.
Oh,
So,
really?
yeah, so suppose I was to put some of those pictures on screen. Would you like to talk about them?
Sure.
Okay. Well, let's go with this one right here. We're going to do a we're going to do a real ghosty type transition and just kind of move you gently into there. And
Who is that one?
you can tell us what this photo is about.
Well, that one, I got invited to a reservoir that was actually dug by mules and plows back in, I want to say, the 1800s,
Wow.
and that's here locally. And my husband was actually working there. He was doing some construction for a guy, and he's like, "Well, come out fishing." Okay, sure. So I grabbed all my stuff, headed out there early morning. It was about, I'm gonna say, between 6 and 6:30 in the morning. And I had been fishing for about an hour. And as you can tell, the dock is kind of falling apart.
Not
And the
much to
guy's
it.
just like,
Yep.
be careful. Yeah, he was like, just be careful, don't fall in. Because there's alligator, like needle nose alligator gar there also. Go in there, buddy. Um, anyways, one of my kids interrupted me. Go figure. Anyways, so I was on the dock. Buddy, go. Oh my goodness sake. Yeah, like video bomb. Totally. Oh my gosh. That is my 4-year-old, by the way. He is something else.
That must be the
Like
one you needed the
he is
duct
the one
tape
that keeps
for.
me on my toes. Yep. Hubby's in there doing something. I don't know
Take
what
up a
he's doing.
collection for duct tape.
Hey there, Palm Predator Nation. Welcome.
Start a GoFundMe account.
Yeah, right. Uh,
Oh my
so
gosh.
so
Anyways,
so that's a bass you're holding there, right?
yes. I was using one of my custom lures with, I believe it was Martese lures, and I was just throwing it next to the dog, trying to get a bite, and I hooked that one, and it was about, I want to say, 2.5, maybe close to 3 pounds,
Mm-hmm.
I want to say, and I had trouble getting it up on the dock.
Really?
It was, yeah. I was shocked that I caught something that big.
Well,
I was like, whoa,
that
this is cool.
that fish knows that it's supposed to be in the water, you know.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
It
they
was
kind of
it
they kind of know that kind of instinctively.
mhm.
Uh,
Yeah, he did not want to get out of the water. I had trouble putting him on the dock and almost fell in myself, and yeah, it was a pretty interesting
so
moment.
so how long did you stay there at that particular location fishing? Did you get a lot of fish there?
I did a little video about it. It's actually on my channel. I believe it's under pond fishing, under my playlist.
Uh-huh.
Um, I stayed there for about 5 or 6 hours
Oh wow.
just fishing,
So did
and
you get quite
I
a few
got a
fish
lot
then?
of footage.
Now,
If I
do you,
remember correctly, I got, I think, 3 or 4
do you do a lot of
that
catch and
day.
release, or do most of these end up in the skillet?
I'm a mainly catch and release kind of girl. Um, I do catch and cooks every once in a while, but
Uh-huh.
it's kind of rare. It just depends on if I want to clean it or not.
Oh, okay.
Like, we just went fishing a couple days ago, and we actually did a catch and cook with that one, and it was catfish. So it was really good too. I love catfish,
Good, 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 good.
but I mainly catch and release.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, we're going to move on to the next picture. Another bass.
Oh, that yeah, that was a good one. The tail on that thing was something else.
It's
You
huge.
can actually see one of my you can see one of my kids in the background.
Oh, yeah. Yep, I didn't notice that before.
That one, that was at a friend's pond. She goes to our church, and she has 4 ponds on the property.
Uh-huh.
And this one is one that really no one has access to. But she said as long as we catch and release, we can go fish it. So I'm like, all right. So we went back there, took a couple of kids with us, and I was actually using a swim bait that has it's like 3 different sections, so it actually moves like a fish. It was
Okay.
one of my favorite lures, and I tossed it a few times and caught that sucker.
Way to go.
I was shocked
And that's
because it
just
was a big
in a
lure.
little private pond.
Hmm.
Wow. Uh, you had your hands full of striper here. What's going on with this? These things are nearly big as
Oh
you.
my gosh. Oh, I know. Actually, this was when I went to Boston to record a show called Hunting for Monsters. Um, it's a show that's coming out, I believe, this month on New England Sports Network. But Sonny, he's one of my sponsors. He's the host of the show. So he invited a few of the fishing family down there to have a little friendly competition, and
Uh-huh.
we were on different boats, and our team was Team Monster, of course, and it was me, I think 4 or 5 other people. I can't really remember. Um, but one of those is the one I actually caught,
Oh,
and
yeah?
it was, I think, I want to say 29 inches long. So it was delicious too.
Wow.
It was pretty
Yeah.
good.
Uh,
It almost pulled me out of the boat.
here's another, this
Oh,
another
that
pond
one.
bass.
Yeah, that one is actually out of the same pond as the picture with my daughter in the background.
Mm-hmm.
That's from the same pond, same video, same lure,
Oh, okay. Okay.
bigger, bigger fish. Oh, that one's a good one. Um, that is the same property, but that pond, it was supposed to be a catfish pond. And that's what we were fishing for was catfish. And we were on this rickety old dock because a cow or a horse had stepped on it and broke it. So of course she was like, just be careful, it should hold you. So I was standing on it and just throwing a lure back and forth, and I caught a bass. I was shocked because she said there was catfish in there. She didn't know there was bass.
Oh,
So that I
wow.
caught that one, and that one was probably it was close to 3 pounds. It was really big.
Yeah, that's a good sized fish.
Mhm.
In fact, I've not seen you hold up a single minnow yet. You know, they've all been decent. You know, I mean, they'd fill a
Well,
12-inch skillet
Yeah.
up for
obviously,
sure.
she only takes pictures of the big ones.
She's smart,
Oh
huh?
no, I take pictures with all of them.
Yeah, I think I've
Every
got a
fish that I
picture
catch,
of a
I take
stringer
pictures
that's
of.
got some smaller ones on it. Yeah.
I'm
Mhm.
actually jealous. I've been fishing for, well,
Yeah, that was
right after we
actually
got
from
out,
our last
right after
trip.
we got off the ark. Oh, look at that catfish.
Yeah, that's actually what we ate the other night.
Oh,
It was really
okay.
good.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
They were yellow cats.
Right. And
But that was a fun trip.
now we're getting into the
Yeah,
bigger
that
stuff, the striper territory. You get
yeah,
one of
that
those
was
on the end
from
of a 10-pound, 15-pound test line, you know you got a fight on your hands.
oh yeah, and that is the one that almost pulled me out of the boat.
Really?
We
I
were
can
deep,
see
yeah,
why.
we were deep sea fishing, and yeah, it hooked on, and I was fighting it, and yeah, it almost pulled me out of the boat.
Back when I
It
was
was
trucking,
fun.
I went to a place over in Norfolk, Virginia, and one of the guys that worked in the warehouse had a 26-foot center console, and
Hmm.
he was talking about going fishing and nobody to go with him. I said, man, I wish I could go, but I'm not from this state. He says, it doesn't matter. I says, well, yeah, I need a fishing license and stuff. And he says, no, you don't. My boat's licensed. My boat's licensed commercially. All you got to do is be on the boat with me and you can fish. I was like, well, hell
Yep.
yeah, pick me up. And we were catching striper like that. We were fishing right under the Chesapeake Bay Bridge. And it was an
Oh, that is
amazing
awesome.
time. We probably put 10 fish in the cooler. I think the limit was 5 per person at the time, and there was only 2 of us on the boat. So, yeah, we released several because he said, now throw that one back. It ain't big enough. And I'm thinking, what do you mean this ain't big enough?
Yeah, they can get huge.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
They can get pretty big.
They can get up 10, 15 pounds pretty easy. Um,
Hmm.
I got another picture here. Uh,
Oh, that one. That one right there. Let me tell you, that is my PB right there,
that's your what?
and my personal best.
Oh, okay.
That is the biggest bass I have ever caught. And I was actually fishing with a group of friends. I'm part of the fishing family on Twitter, which is this huge community. We have the fishing family, hunting family, music family. It's just this huge community. We all support each other. They are absolutely amazing. And so
Awesome.
a few of the Texas ones, we decided to get together, and we had two separate boats. And the boat I was on, I was fishing with Turbo Buzz and with Reggie. So we were fishing all day. We had motor trouble that morning, so we had a late start, and it was about, I want to say, 2 o'clock or so, and we finally made it around to the lily pads. Well, I've never fished lily pads before. I've never done it. I've never fished with the frog lure before. And I'm like, all right, so this is going to be pretty interesting. So I tied it on, and um, Turbo Buzz caught first. And then I was working the frog across those lily pads, and all of a sudden, this honker just snags that frog out of nowhere and literally took the boat for a ride. We were trying to get it close to the boat, trying not to get stuck, and it was just one intense fight. And we finally got that on the boat, and I have never been so excited in my life. And we weighed it, and it was over 5 pounds.
That's an amazing
I was
fish right
like,
there.
wow. Yeah,
Yeah,
I had
that
to.
is an
That
amazing
is,
fish. I've got a
yeah, that was an awesome catch.
I've got a couple other pictures here that unfortunately things are going to change a little bit. I'm not going to be able to have your camera in it, but you can still talk and tell us about it. This looks like another shot of another striper when you were deep sea fishing, maybe?
Mhm.
Okay, and I got
Yep,
one
same
more
trip.
down here that I want to share. And I'm going to make this one go full screen because it's kind of special, and I put your camera in this one. I forgot to do it on that other one, to tell you the truth. Um, but hammerhead. You were surf fishing and caught a
Oh, yeah.
hammerhead.
Yeah, that was our last beach trip on Monday, actually. We left about 3 o'clock in the morning, which is our usual beach day trip time.
Mm-hmm.
And it was probably about 8:30 in the morning, and we had seen some big sharks in the surf. My husband actually saw one jump out of the water, like fully out of the water, and it was over 6 feet long.
Wow.
And I've never seen a shark do that in person, and I wish I would have got it on camera, but I didn't. Um, we saw 5 foot plus sharks in the surf just past the second sandbar, which I've never really seen that before either. I've never seen them that close. And all of a sudden, the line just started zipping on one of our reels. I'm like, wow, that's cool. So I uh, I went and grabbed it, and this sucker actually put up a fight. I was shocked. I'm like, this is good fish. I had no idea what it was. And usually when we hook onto something like that and we don't know what it is, we make the kids get out of the water, just because you don't know. So I made the kids get out of the water, and I started getting closer and closer. I'm like, what is that? And at first we thought it was a bonnethead because that's more common in the Surfside area.
Mm-hmm.
And my daughter said it was a hammerhead. I'm like, oh no, it's not. And we looked closer, and it was. I'm like, whoa, this is cool. I've never caught one of these before. I can knock this species off my list now. But it was probably about a little over 3 feet long.
Back on its buffering again.
Yeah.
Oh,
Do I
goodness.
need to pull out of here for a little while?
But
Um, that might help at this point because it says
Okay.
video output is low. It says YouTube's not receiving enough video to maintain smooth stream. Well, that don't make no sense. But
Sounds like an output because it's trying to put out too much. So let me back out of this, okay?
okay,
And then I'll be listening and come back in
all right.
at the end of the show.
Yeah, it's buffering again now, so hang in there. But
well, I hope so.
I've got uh, I've got a little bit of a shark tale of my own. Um, Years ago, when I was a kid, we lived in Southern California, and we had a
Mhm.
boat. We had a big boat. We had a 36 footer, I think. Um, we used to go. We used to go specifically for shark. We would go to the
Mhm.
local butcher shop and we would get buckets of scrap and chum, and we would troll and run a chum line specifically for shark. And I think
Oh, that's cool.
the longest one that I ever caught was in the 10 or 12 foot long range. Um, Big around as my body.
Wow.
Yeah, like a 6 hour fight. I was wore out. I was just a kid. I was 16, 17 years old, something like that. And
Mhm.
at one point I told my dad, I said, hey, help me with this. He said, no, you hooked it, you landed. If you can't beat the fish wins and it gets to go free. And I was like, but, he said, there's no buts about it. So, yeah, we've hauled in some really, really big sharks. 14 foot. I mean, I remember one that they caught, and I don't remember if it was one I caught or someone else on the boat or my dad or what, I don't recall. But I know it took 3 guys, 3 grown men, to carry it up the dock. And when they laid it in the back of a pickup truck, a regular 8-foot bed pickup truck, they laid it diagonal and it stuck up on both ends, both corners. It's stuck up out of the truck.
Gosh.
Yeah. And that's diagonal in
Wow.
an 8-foot truck bed. So that's a massive fish. I mean, I had,
That's huge.
when I was doing it back then, I would save the jaws, all the shark's teeth, and I would dry them. And I had jaws that were 10, 12, 14 inches across. I mean, big enough it would probably
that is
just
cool.
take you like a bait, I mean, just
Yeah,
it would
shark
take
bait.
take a chunk out of a person for sure. Just absolutely huge. But yeah, we used to go specifically for shark, mako in particular, because that's the best eating. But
They are good eating.
mako
They
is the
definitely
best.
are.
Yep, mako is shark is phenomenal. It's white flaky meat. I mean, it's amazing. But
Yeah, there's like no fishy taste. It tastes like chicken to me.
it's
It
not
tastes pretty
fishy.
good.
Right, right. It's
Mm-mm,
not fishy.
not like
Yeah. Um, but I'm gonna be playing with some fishing stuff pretty soon. Hopefully next weekend. I'll be prepared by then. But I'm going to have my brother tag along with me, and we're gonna hook some fishing line off a spinning rod and reel to
Mm-hmm.
a camera, because I'm gonna attach the camera to the bottom of a boat, and then I'm gonna run the boat out in the lake, and we're gonna see
Oh, that would be cool.
what kind of video we can get underwater. So, Mr. Rick Halliber, I will soon be sending your camera back as soon as I finish this video. Um, I finally got a boat. Actually, I ended up with 2 for the price of 1. I got a red one and a blue one. So there's a
Oh,
really
that's
good,
cool.
really good possibility that one of these are going to end up as a giveaway on the channel. So I got to figure out, maybe a 1,000 subscriber giveaway. Maybe, I don't know.
That would be
We
good.
we got to
Yeah.
figure something out on how to do that. But I don't need 2 of them. Um,
Yeah.
so we'll figure
That's gonna
something.
be some. Yeah, that's gonna be awesome. I can't wait to see that footage.
Well, I have a
Mm-hmm.
DJI Osmo action camera that's on loan to me from a fella in chat, Rick Halber, good friend of mine. When I
Mm-hmm.
was out in California, he asked me, he said, "You don't have one, do you?" And I said, "No." He said, "Well, if you want to take mine and play with it, I'll let you have it for a couple weeks." And I said, "Sure." And he hasn't made threatening phone calls to get it back, and it's been a month and a half. So, but when I got home, I had bad weather and everything, and not a good way to go. And so now I'm finally getting worked out how I'm going to get this camera wet for the first time. It's supposed to be waterproof, so we're going to find out.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to find out if it really is. So, Rick, yeah, I know you're listening in chat. And I'm gonna stick the sticky mount on the bottom of the boat, and I've got a GoPro extension that's about 8 inches long or so, and I'm gonna put the
Mm-hmm.
camera on the bottom of the extension, and then I'm gonna run the boat out in the lake, and just see what we see, you know, just shoot some underwater footage of it. So that's probably going to happen next weekend. So yeah, Rick,
That's
soon your
awesome.
camera will be coming back to you soon, I promise. I'm not kidnapping it forever. But what kind of camera gear do you use to shoot your videos and stuff with, Brandi?
Well, actually, when I first started, I was just using my phone.
That's how
And
most people start out.
yeah, and my hubby, he actually ordered me a Akazo action camera
Uh-huh.
off Amazon, and it was like 60 something dollars.
Yep.
It came with a whole bunch of attachments and stuff like
Yep.
that, but no
Yep.
instructions whatsoever. And I'm like, how the heck do I work this thing? So I had to Google it and watch YouTube videos. I'm like, oh, okay, so that's what this is for and all that. But I use that, and I use a chest strap for that one. And it's gotten to where I'll wear my GoPro on my chest and I'll use my phone on a tripod so I get two different angles and I can switch back and forth.
Right.
But this GoPro, oh my gosh, for the price, it's actually pretty decent because it's already taken a tumble in the lake and it still works.
Oh wow.
I I,
Um,
I was shocked.
I use the ones that I have are made by Eken, Eken, and when you buy them,
Mhm.
they come with a waterproof housing and everything, and they're in the 50,
Mhm.
$60 range, and they're 4K cameras. I run them in 1080 at 30
Yeah,
frames
so
a
it's nice.
second, and they work just fine. Uh, you have to use
Mhm.
digital audio to record audio with it because the audio kind of crapola, but um, the important part is the video at that point. So yeah, I've
Yeah.
got two of those. I've got a DJI Osmo Pocket. I have a big Nikon D7100. Um, and if I'm in my studio, I'll use like the video that I made today to announce the show tonight. I used my Logitech
Mhm.
C922 webcam uh, with my vMix software to record the video, and then I edit it with Premiere
Yeah.
Pro. So what do you use for editing?
Well, when I first started all this, I was editing everything from my phone and I was using UCut. And it's a app you can download from the App Store. And you know, I wanted more. I wanted to be able to edit more and add more effects and add a better intro, better outro, better transitions, stuff like that.
Right?
So I I bought a program called Power Director,
Okay.
and I use that to edit my videos now.
Okay.
And it made a world of difference. I absolutely love it.
Yeah, that's cool.
It's
And
pretty fun to do.
the stream is trying to crash again.
Oh my goodness.
Man,
No crashing.
no crashing allowed.
It cannot crash.
It's telling me my video output's low again, and I know it's not because I know that I'm putting out 720 to it. So I don't know. You know, you can't always win, I guess, when you're live streaming. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
I'm starting to
Yeah,
actually
I
play
haven't.
with special effects too.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. In fact, I'm gonna load up a video here so that I can share with you. Um, this is my Inspire One version 2 Pro that I'm gonna do a little cut and I'm gonna turn your audio back and I'm gonna play the video. And you probably can't see it, can you?
Mm-hmm. I can see it.
Oh, okay. So I just decided to play with some explosion sound effects, explosion effects. It's kind of interesting.
cool.
So yeah, that's the extent of that little video. It's just kind of fun, just some explosions. People are asking if you tried Power Director. Do you use an
Um,
Apple phone or Android for this?
Android.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, I think Power Director is the one I use actually.
Oh, okay. Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, Power Director is the one I just downloaded. I bought the whole entire thing, so I get everything on it, which
Mm-hmm.
is actually really, really cool.
Yeah.
I like it a lot.
A lot of them have a lot
Really
of
easy
different,
to use.
they have a lot of different effects and things that you can do with them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Um,
it's really fun. I love just playing around with it.
yep, yep, yep. So, where's your next fishing trip planned to?
Oh, well, let's see. Um, well, I can't go fishing this coming up weekend because I am going to Atlanta, Georgia, and I am going to be attending the ISSA Awards, which is the Independent Singer-Songwriter Association,
Ah,
and it's this huge award ceremony. And I have backstage VIP passes, green room access, and there's going to be some pretty big names there. I'm stoked. Get to walk the red carpet and dress
uh,
all fancy smancy with the I never do, but I'm gonna do it.
well, there you go.
It's gonna be so much fun. I'm actually going to take my GoPro with me,
Right?
and I'm definitely gonna be making a video out of this. It's gonna be epic. I
That'll
just
be
can't wait.
nice. That'll be nice.
Oh yeah,
Um,
it's
and that's this
definitely
coming
gonna be
weekend.
exciting. Yes,
Yeah.
the I'm actually flying out on the second, and I'm going to the pre-party that night. And I get to meet a few people, which I am very excited about, but I can't say who they are. And the award ceremony is that Saturday, and then there's an
Okay.
after party, and I'm flying home early Sunday morning.
Ah,
So I'm gonna
okay.
I'm gonna pull all nighter. It's gonna be
Uh-huh.
great.
Yeah,
I'm excited.
that's gonna be a lot of fun. Um,
Oh
Back when
yeah.
I was a young guy, I was involved with a nightclub. I was head of security, and we hosted several big name country artists. So, um,
Oh nice.
there's several guys that I've met and sat and visited with. Uh, I drank whiskey with Charlie Daniels, you know.
Oh
Um,
no, that's cool.
that yeah, but that was way before the day of the GoPro. Okay, the GoPro wasn't even thought of back then. Um, because I was probably half your age when I done that, and that was a long time ago. Uh, Maybe even less than half your age. But anyway, yeah. So I know what you mean. I get the excitement around all that and what it can be like, and um, it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, I so can't wait. I've been literally counting down the days
Oh,
to
I'm
this,
sure.
and
And now you've only got a week to
it's
go.
yeah, I know. I'm actually able to go dress shopping tomorrow because someone is helping me out, and she's like, "Oh no, I know where to take you. We're gonna find you something." And I'm like, "All right." So
Okay.
tomorrow I'm getting my hair done and getting my color back because I miss it. My
Well,
hair is
now
blonde right now and all the
don't
pink
get
washed
crazy
out.
with too wild a color now. People will mistake you for a peacock or something, or a cockatiel or a parrot.
I'm known for my wild, crazy colored hair. I've
Yeah.
had that ever since I graduated high school. I've had weird hair, and it's
Okay.
actually shaved underneath, so it's kind of what my friends say, punk rockish,
Ah,
something like that. Because when I have it up on a ponytail, my sides and my back of my head shaved, so it's actually really cool during the summer.
yeah, I'll bet.
I stay.
I'll bet. Um, Interesting. Wouldn't have thought that, but uh,
Yeah,
uh,
when I wear my hair down, you can't tell.
one of the guys in chat asks, "Do you watch the TV show called Wicked Tuna?" I've been trying to
Yes.
watch Chad a little bit
Oh my
too.
gosh, I love that show. I absolutely love it. I just, oh, what was that other one? It's a spinoff of Wicked Tuna, but I cannot remember what it is called for the life of me. Oh, Wicked Tuna Outer Banks, maybe? I'm not sure what it is,
Uh-huh.
but I absolutely love watching them reel in those big, huge tuna, and I'm like, I want to go do that. And my husband's like, you would not be able to reel that in. It would pull you overboard and take you with it.
Yeah.
But it looks like a lot of fun. Those
Do you
tuna
get
get
seasick?
huge. No,
No? That's a plus.
I
I
I thought I thought I would, but I do pretty good. Luckily, it would really suck if I got seasick,
I used to live
considering I love being out on
I used
boats.
to live on the southern coast of Southern California, and
Hmm.
I had a trailerable boat. It was 22 or 24 foot long. Had a 450-mile range, and I'd put the boat in the water Friday evening after work, Friday afternoon if I could get out of work early, and a group of us would go. We'd go out in a party of 3 or 4 boats, and
Hmm.
we'd run out all night, and come daylight Saturday morning we'd be at the fishing grounds 120 miles out in the ocean and not see land until Monday when we came back.
Oh no, that's cool.
Yeah, a lot of fun.
That
Kind of
that
scary the
sounds
first
like
time you
a
do it, but a
blast.
lot of fun.
It sounds like it would be. Oh my gosh, I want to do that.
Oh, it's a
That just
blast. It's
sounds
an
like a
absolute blast.
really good
uh,
time. Ah,
I'm
I
trying to
lost the
keep an eye on
chat.
chat to see if there's anybody else asking any questions, and I'm not seeing a lot of questions for you, but
Well, uh, I lost the chat. I just had it pulled up, and actually, I saw my aunt on there. So that is actually really cool.
oh,
Lone Star Poochie Palace. That's my aunt. That's where I work.
Lone Star
Yeah, she.
Farms miniature schnauzers. That's your
That's
aunt?
my aunt, and
And what's her
that's
name? Aunt
that's where I
what?
work. Aunt Catherine.
Aunt Catherine, welcome to the show. I'm Mel. This is my live stream from my YouTube channel, 400 AGL, a drone tech channel, mostly. And by the way, Brandi,
Oh,
I am a FAA certified 107 licensed drone pilot. So this
mm-hmm.
buddy of yours that makes the TV shows, if he needs a drone pilot to fly aerial video yeah, I'm available.
Oh, awesome. Cool.
Aerial footage
That's so cool.
is there's nothing like it. It changes the total angle of the view of everything. It's amazing.
Yeah, I have a list on stuff I'm saving up for, and a drone is on my must-have list. That way I can have a different view and be able to go out in the middle of the ocean and get some really good footage, or above the lake or wherever I'm fishing.
Right?
I think it would be a total game changer once I get that. And I have that on my list. I have a bow fishing kit on my list because that looks like it would be so much fun.
Oh, I'll bet it is.
And
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I've watched video after video and I'm like, oh, that looks cool. I could do that.
Yeah,
And
right?
I've looked at a few kits and I mean, they're not really all that expensive. And I have a feeling I would be using it a lot.
You probably would.
I think
All
it
you
would
have to do is be able to see the fish, right? Yep,
Yeah, pretty much. And I could probably, either take it to the jetty or take it to one of the lakes around here that's
hmm
not too dirty of water, go to the river.
right.
There's multiple places I can take it and go. That would be really, really cool.
Well, in the middle of October, October
But
19th, the annual drone fest called Spin Up is happening.
hmm
Um, there's a guy with well over 100,000 subscribers. His channel is called Ready Set Drone. His name is Kelly Shores, and he started this last year, and he's doing it again this year. It's a YouTube creator drone fly-in. And last year we had
hmm
about 50 or 60 people, and this year there's
Oh
already more
wow.
than that scheduled to go. So um, it's quite a big deal. It's a lot of fun. You get to meet in person a lot of the people that you chat with in the YouTube chats and stuff. So I will be in
That'd be really
Austin the weekend of the 19th. Um, so maybe before or after that, we can schedule some time to get together, and I'll have 4 drones with me, and I'll let you fly each one of them, let you see how they work, and teach you a little bit, teach you how to fly, and you'll be hooked, I promise.
that sounds like a plan, and I'll take you fishing.
Okay, you got a deal.
Hook you on to monster bass.
I was gonna I was gonna go out in the shed and get one of my rod and reels to show you some of the fishing gear that I used to use. Um, to give you
hmm
an idea, I've got a rod that's only 5 feet long. The tip is big around as my finger, and the reel is that big around.
Oh wow.
And I could park a full-size pickup truck in a parking lot and reel it
hmm
across the parking lot.
Oh my gosh, that is cool.
Yeah, put the truck in neutral, and I could actually reel the truck across the parking lot. It'd be it's
Oh, that is
a
awesome.
it's a 6/0 reel, and it's got, well, now I'd probably have to put new line on it because I haven't used it in 20 years, but um we used to run like 120-pound test line on them.
hmm
Not monofilament, a braided cloth braided line type stuff, and
Yeah.
amazing equipment. Just uh, snap swivels and stuff that are the size of some of the lures that you use. Yeah,
Oh my
yeah,
gosh.
heavy
Now,
tackle.
we we do actually have two rods and two reels that they're pretty big. We haven't used them yet because we haven't been able to get the kayak out because the surf has been too rough. But
Yeah,
the first time my husband took it out, he was on his way back and he actually flipped it.
right.
And he's like, yeah, the surf's too rough right now. And every time we go, every time we take it, the surf's just way too rough. So we haven't really been able to use them yet. But I made a list so I wouldn't forget what we have because sometimes I get them mixed up because we have quite a few on in our arsenal.
Yeah.
But one that we do have is a 5.5 foot fib link with roller guides, and
Yep.
it has a 9/0 pin, 9/0 pin senator
Okay.
with 100-pound brace.
Yep.
That's one of them, and
Yep.
we
Okay.
haven't
So you
used it
know
yet.
exactly what I'm talking about then.
Yep,
Right on. Cool.
those things are huge.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I used to have more than one. I think I only have one left now. I think it's just a 6/0, but yeah, heavy duty equipment to say the least. We used to put
Mhm.
about, I think it was like 8 or 10 pounds of lead on a 10 gang Ganyan hook baited and drop it to the bottom in like 150 feet of water or so, and we'd get rock cod,
Mhm.
get codfish.
Oh, yeah, I've heard of
Amazing.
those. I haven't
Yeah,
caught them. That is
amazing.
so cool.
There's no fight. There's no, because they're so deep. In fact, by the time you get, if you get a haul on the line, by the time you get it to the surface, because of the pressure
Mhm.
change in the water, their their um their air stuff is all bloated out their mouth. Their eyeballs are popped out. I mean, they're all bloated because they're not in their deep pressure environment anymore. So
Yeah, like the air. I want to say air bladder. I might be wrong
yeah,
about that one.
something about,
Yeah.
yeah, the bladder, something or other. Yep, I know what you, yeah. But anyway,
Yeah.
um, and if you have enough fish on your line, we used to fish with 10 hook ganyons, and if you get 6 or 8
Mhm.
fish, by the time the closer you get to the surface, the easier it is to reel because they actually start floating and helping you lift that heavy lead weight up from the bottom. So
Yeah.
that's how you always knew you had a lot of fish on, is if it started getting easier to crank them up as you got closer to the surface, because they'd start
Yeah,
floating and
that's a
help
plus
you.
though.
Exactly,
Yeah,
exactly. But yeah,
that's cool.
good eating fish, good eating fish. Um, but I'm gonna tell you what, Brandi, it's been just about an hour now, and I usually run my
Mhm.
shows about an hour, and the hour has went by that quick.
Like, yeah,
It,
it's been great.
it's been very, very nice to have you on. You're welcome back anytime, and I
Yeah,
might
for sure.
even, I might even consider having you start being my co-host. That grumpy guy's been giving me a lot of grief in chat, so he needs to be reminded that he is replaceable. You know, I'm going to hear a bite me out of that,
Oh,
I'm sure. But
I'm
anyway,
sure.
um, it's time to bring him back in. Lloyd, I know you're listening. If you want to pop back in, um, I'm going to turn Brandi loose and let her get to her family. And I really appreciate you coming on and talking with us and sharing all the pictures and the stories, and stay in touch. You've got my email and stuff, and
Yep, sure do.
we'll make
Definitely be keeping in touch. And,
we'll make
I think
some
I'm gonna
plans
jump
for
in the chat a little bit.
what's that?
I think I'm gonna jump in the chat after I get off with you, just so I can catch up with everybody. Cause
Absolutely, yeah. You're more than welcome. In fact, I hope you do. Hey Brian,
yeah, I'm
iAdaventurez,
gonna
welcome.
chat.
Um, but anyway, it's been great
Well,
having you on, and we'll start making plans
thanks
for
for having
October.
me. Yes, most definitely. Looking forward to it.
Sounds good to me too. All right, we'll talk to you soon.
All right. Thanks for having me.
Thanks, Brandi. Lloyd? Hello, Lloyd. Are you coming back? Are you there? Chris Hope, thank you again for posting all the links. Steve, thank you for posting Brandi's channel. I'm going to make sure that I get that in the um, yeah, the notes, the show notes, the, what do they call it? The description. Yeah. The co-host is better than Lloyd.
I'm coming back. I just had to. I obviously I'm that minute or so behind of the lag, and let me. Yeah, Steve was real good at it, and I tried to post it a couple of times,
Yep,
and
yep. You guys were great.
and uh, And I said, well, I took the headset out because I had a phone call from somebody that wanted to discuss internet connectivity in Australia. So,
Oh,
oh,
uh-huh.
I forgot to tell Mr. Gregg, but he put up something about his internet really sucks. And so I got the Twitter address of the Prime Minister and I tweeted that to him and says, "Come on, PM, get on the job." So I tweeted the Prime Minister
Oh,
of Australia saying, you need to fix this. And I shared his.
yep, yep, yep.
Yeah,
Dan,
he said, "I'm
Dan
just
is
too
in
much for
here
you to
too.
handle." So who?
Brian and Dan made it in. Drone worship in his
Oh,
dinghy.
okay.
Yep.
Yeah,
Uh,
I just saw him come in, and I've been keeping up with the chat until just a few minutes ago, and yeah. So, well, she was fun. She was very informative. She really knows her fishing.
she's on top of the game, isn't she? Very impressive.
Yes, yes, very impressive. So, but yeah, wow, she's really active in a lot of things too. I was real impressed.
And
Although
and she's a mother
she
of
was a
five. How the hell does she keep up with everything like that? Lord have mercy.
well, yeah, exactly. And I'm sitting there thinking, "Hey Dan, how you doing?" I'm sitting there thinking, listening to her talk, and I've seen some of the pictures I was watching the pictures you put up, and her hair color and all that. And obviously, she's a younger person. I'm thinking, "Oh my God, she's probably the age of my granddaughter,"
I've seen you
which
type
really
that. She's
made me
probably
feel
younger
old.
than your granddaughter. Yeah.
Probably younger than, yeah, yeah. I don't know how old she is, but my granddaughter's, well, my granddaughter's going to be 31. So, see, this one's 30. Yeah, I think so. I've got too many of
You've
them to
got
keep
so many.
track
How
of.
do you keep up with them all?
I have to stop and I have to stop and think of events in history
Right,
to keep
right.
track of which ones are which.
She says
32.
she's
Okay,
32. Yep.
you're a year older than my granddaughter. So, oh well.
That's all right.
And we've actually got a grandson that is 33 or 34. 34. So, yeah. But that's, oh well.
That's true, Steve. She can do all that because she's still young. She can still keep up with everything.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
What really amazes me, and actually I'm pretty jealous, is the fact that she's caught some really nice fish, and I've been fishing for 60, well, probably
50
at least
years
60
anyway, huh?
years.
Yeah.
Yeah, 50 plus years, I know. And Grandpa Lloyd lived in a shoe. Yeah, pretty much.
See what
Having
T-Bird
grandkids, I
said?
couldn't afford shoes. It's more
That was
like a used flip flop.
that was kind of funny. And your video just froze up in my input. It's still looking good on.
Yeah,
Well, I hope it still looks good. Uh,
it's got to be me. So,
T-Bird was like, a mother of five is caused by when you lay in bed and the partner says, "Do you want to go to sleep or what?" And she says, "What?"
that's
Three
just
times
wrong,
her
Bill.
age, Brandy.
It's just
Steve says he's three times
okay.
her age. He's not. Steve, you're not three times her age. I know better. Why is it locking up on you so much, Lloyd? Hello, Lloyd. Did you make a change while you were off air? Yep, he sure is, isn't he, Greg? He's all froze up. And what a great image. You know what I'm going to do right now? I'm going to take a picture of that right there, because that is a fantastic picture of Lloyd right there. And I'm going to save that just because I can. Absolutely. That's just too funny. Lloyd, did we lose you totally? Where are you at? Hello, Lloyd. I think we lost him totally. He might have lost his internet. His internet might have went out again. I got a sneaky feeling that's what happened. Yeah, make it a mug. That's right, huh, Angela? Absolutely. And I did. I saved the picture. So, let's see here. See if I can. Nah, I'm not going to worry about it. But anyway, well, gang, looks like Lloyd fell out. And, oh, he's in chat. So he hasn't lost everything. Battery's using his tablet. Let's see here. I'm going to try something here. I don't know if this is going to work or not. Open with this one. Yeah, I'm going to open it with that one and blow it up a little bit. I'm going to put it over there on monitor number 3. And I'm going to close this, and I'm going to come down here to monitor number 3, and I'm going to cut over there to that, y'all. How do you like that? There you go. I don't know why you can't get back in, Lloyd. Your input is available. I mean, it's not cut out or nothing. It's still there. But anyway, sell it to the Smithsonian. An image of Lloyd being frozen after 1 million years. That's pretty funny, Steve. Yeah, Brian, it is cold here. Got to have the fire going all the time, keep things warm. But anyway, guys, I'm going to pull the plug on this. I think it's been an hour. It's been a little over an hour. And everything's really going well. So I'm going to, yeah, I'm going to, finally I got the bite me. Yeah, right on, Lloyd. There you go. I'm going to switch the timer out, guys, the 5-minute countdown for the chat. And thanks for coming. Thanks for being part of the stream. Thanks for being part of the show. Steve, Chris, thanks for posting those links. Lloyd, you too. I appreciate everything. Appreciate all the help. And we'll see you next week, everybody. Have a good night. Don't go away. I'll be back at the end of the countdown with my final words. And I'm going to say thank you very much to Brandi Fishing Stripes for being our guest tonight. It was a great time having you on. Thanks, brother. Backwoods Droner and Dad.
And
Talk to you later. Lloyd?
Mel? Yes. I got
Yes.
one thing to say about that picture.
What picture? I don't know anything about you.
That picture that you took.
Well, all right. Hang on a minute. Let's get you up here so you can talk about it. Let's do it again.
Fight me.
All righty then. Thanks
Yeah.
for being here tonight. For the time that you were allowed to be here. I mean,
Yeah,
apparently,
I figured out how to fix the problem, and I reconnected, and I was putting out at too high a bandwidth, and I figured out how to adjust it from my side.
I thought you did that earlier.
So
No?
there's a different way I'll tell you about after the show.
Well, yeah, in the main settings. That's how I changed mine, and
Yeah,
YouTube
no,
didn't like
it's
it.
on the actual call. No, I actually did it on the call.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, good night,
Anyways,
everybody.
guys.
Thanks for being here. Next week, we'll see you.
See y'all tomorrow night on my show.
Fight me.
Yep, be sure and tune in to Lloyd's show tomorrow night, everybody.